Hi guys, in this video I'm doing a little follow-up on the Dragon Extinction game that I reviewed a few months back. It's had a bunch of updates to it and it's looking to be released tomorrow, so the developers asked me to take another look at some of the new features like controller support and the new skills and equipment for spellcasters. So what is Dragon Extinction? Well, it's not an open world RPG with quests and so forth. It's more of a challenge-based looter brawler where you progress your character by stat empowerment and equipment to face off against the challenges. These work kind of like dungeon delving. You select the level you want and you play through the tasking, rewarded at the end with cash, experience, and in higher difficulties, rare rewards. This gameplay style is new to me. I don't often go for looter shooters, but the mechanics of it were quite interesting, and with the addition of multiplayer, you can team up with your friends to complete the challenges and have a fun casual experience. In my last video, I highlighted some of the issues I faced with melee combat that were inherent in the Vector controller. As someone who isn't a big fan of Dark Souls, I found it quite challenging to compete in the early game without trying to up my damage output and swinging wildly. In this new update, the combat system seems to be revisited, and it feels a lot smoother. I can now take on 1 to 3 enemies at a time and manage to come out without too much pain. More than 3 however, and I still find myself getting stuck in hit reactions and unable to break free with rolling or running. But it seems that enemy hit reactions are now more responsive, allowing me to interrupt enemy attacks, saving myself a world of hurt and letting me feel like I can beat the game. I also addressed some of the camera issues, again which were part of the base controller, where the player would be obscured or the camera would be pushed up so close that you lose a lot of the visual range and can't see enemy attacks. This appears to have been addressed now with the introduction of fading out of blocking objects and having more open areas in the combat levels. The controller integration is a new feature, and it works pretty well, however it still needs some work to get it to a more intuitive or comfortable level. One of the key issues is that there are a lot of different inputs available in the gameplay, so mapping to the appropriate buttons on the gamepad is paramount. I definitely found movement and control better on my Xbox controller than on my keyboard and mouse, but the positioning of the attack buttons and the item skill bar use needs to be adjusted. I still haven't put a huge amount of time into the game. I only just unlocked tier 4 missions, and I'm told they provide a lot more variety and challenge. From what I've seen in the tests that I ran, challenge is definitely the key word. So if you're looking for a casual dungeon grinder to play with friends, with a menu screen leaderboard and the broad customization options for your character, Dragon Extinction may be something that you want to look out for on Steam.